Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's series of podcasts where we are trying to get to know your optional better. In today's episode, we have someone very special and very celebrated and accommodated. We have with us Viren sir, public administration faculty cum mentor, who comes with an experience of more than 17 years, who has 1800 plus selected candidates from public administration optional who have been mentored, taught by him, and this is what he brings to the table. So we are so very happy to have you with us today. It's an honor. It would be a very insightful session. I can already feel that.
Thank you so much for bringing all this to the notice of our students. And even I'm looking for clarifying all the possible doubts which are carried by the student at the time of selecting their options. There are plethora of subjects which are available in the market, and what is good, what is bad, what are the positives, what are the negatives of an optional. So I will try my level best to bring every next possible solution with a lot of clarity in the today's discussion.
Definitely. So can't wait to get started.
No problem.
Sir, the first thing I would like to start with is we all know how important optional is. And amidst that, how does a student approach towards selecting an optional? Because that's the first step.
Right.
So how does the student go about it?
Correct. In general, it is considered that the optional subjects are relevant at the stage of mains.
Correct.
And every optional by that mechanism carry an equal weightage of just 500 marks. But there are certain optionals which can help you in the general studies prelims also. So considering them, we may find list of subjects which can be there in the GS, and based upon the GS subjects, you may have the choice of optional in the mains. As a common layman, if I am a student and I might have to take an optional, so I can decide on 2-3 major parameters. One can be my interest. Right. I may find interest in polity, I may find interest in geography, I may find interest with the social issues.
Correct.
Or accordingly I can consider. Second thing which I may consider also is whether the subject is lengthy or have a compact syllabus. That is also because if I have a lengthy optional, it may take lot of time to revise,
right,
to cover my syllabus and then master my optional. Alternatively, if the subject is compact, I can complete it in a limited span of time and can do multiple revision. That I can take as a second parameter.
Correct.
Third thing can be the material support. Whether there is a good material available or whether there is just limited material. So
Correct.
Based upon that also I can take a call.
Right.
And more importantly, whether the subject is scoring or not. These are 4 most commonly used parameters to decide about an optional. That's the way.
Right.
And if additionally I have to go, then I can consider that have I studied this subject in my graduation or do I have a master's?
Correct.
So if I have studied a subject from my school, from my graduation, from my master, and that can always give me an edge. So I can even go with that choice. But we all know how we do our graduation.
Yes, we do.
So many times it happened, we are not clear with that basics and we read in the colleges just to get the marks.
Right.
So in that case, I am willing to become a public administrator. I'm willing to become a civil servant. So I may change my approach towards the government, towards the system. And on that basis, I can consider for the choice of an option. That means I'm not going with my graduation subject and going with something which is new.
Correct.
So that I do not get bored, can learn more about the futuristic reality and the role which I have to play as a civil servant. These are the 5 major parameters which you can consider in order to decide about optional anytime, even in the past, present, and even for the future generation.
Right. So this is the to-do list.
Absolutely.
The tick mark list that the student should have if they are trying to understand optional and pick one.
Absolutely correct.
So once we have entered this discussion,
Right.
so the second thing obviously comes, where does public administration stand here?
Right.
And if you have to introduce public administration to someone as fresh, as new, who has just entered the preparation,
Right.
how would that go?
See, public administration as a discipline is rarely taught in our universities. It is just taught as one paper under BA Political Science. So you can consider political science can be a bigger subject, and it is one of the paper in the graduation. Very limited universities, specifically IGNOU and some private university these days, are offering masters. So bachelor in public administration and masters in public administration is a part of now certain universities,
Right.
which are offering it as a degree. So in that context, very less number of people are aware about this optional subject as public administration. What is public administration? That can create a concern. So public here is not we the people.
Okay.
Public here is government.
Okay.
So government administration is public administration. And anybody who become a civil servant actually become a public administrator. So what is your role? What is your duty? If you can study that before entering, you can be the best performing administrator. And government do have an award, excellence in public administration for civil servants. That is public administration.
Very interesting coming in this way, and especially from a different optional perspective. That's very fresh and new.
Absolutely.
And sir, I picked up something from what you were saying, that about masters and graduation in public administration is very much limited.
Yes, absolutely.
But you are a master's in public administration.
Yes.
How come you landed up, given that it's rare as of now, it would have been more rarer back 20 years.
Absolutely.
So how come you entered public administration?
True. During my time, actually, I was a commerce graduate.
Okay.
And in my school also, I was having a commerce and accountancy background. Then I went for BCom honors in the Delhi University. That was also, that time cutoffs were too high. So I got a decent enough 90% plus marks to secure an admission in the DU. So I did my graduation in BCom honors.
Right.
And that time we used to have 2 optional subjects to choose.
Okay.
So GS was having just 2 papers.
Correct.
And optional was having 2 optionals you have to choose. I also, as a graduate, I took commerce and accountancy as my first optional.
Okay.
And the second optional have to choose. I applied the same parameter what I discussed with you.
Right.
Because commerce and accounting was a lengthy that time also, presently also.
Okay.
So I just thought that second optional can be short. I considered socio, pub-ed.
Right.
Then I thought, oh, this have more overlapping with the GS. So I took pub-ed as the second optional.
Right.
And did my graduation with the commerce. So that time, while preparing for the civils, was doing my graduation. And after that only, have decided to do the masters with pub-ed.
Okay.
So that commerce graduate, masters, pub-ed, have both the subjects with me.
Right.
And it can make my journey more appropriate and answerable to the board when they will be asking a question that why and on what basis you have thought on this way. And with commerce and accountancy, that time we cannot choose management subject.
Okay.
There were restrictions. Pub-ed and political science cannot be taken as a combination. History and anthro cannot be taken as a combination. Commerce and accountancy with management cannot be taken. So you have to choose. I just taken the second subject by analyzing all the parameter, and my first preference was my graduation subject. So whatever logical, I just went accordingly.
Fair thought of and logical as well.
Right.
So on this very note, as you went through the list and decided on pub-ed, but there is a perception also about pub-ed that this is a safe optional. Do you think this is something that is grounded in reality, or it is just about something that is going on as a noise across and around us?
No. Pub-ed is one of the most safest optional.
Okay.
And this is the reason why in the last 17 years of my teaching,
Mm-hmm.
I have gone through thousands of the preparators,
Correct.
aspirants.
Mm-hmm.
If I just generalize that number, approximately more than 10,000 students have been taught
Right.
from this discipline. And around 1800
Mm-hmm.
are the selections.
Yes.
When there were 2 optionals, every next candidate
Mm-hmm.
was from PubEd who got selected. So from 2009, I started my teaching,
Mm-hmm.
and this one optional subjects concept started from 2012-13 onwards, when
Yes,
ethics and all these things have started
Yes.
coming. So even by that time, every next selected candidate out of 600,
Mm-hmm.
350 to 400 candidates were coming by second optional as PubEd. So it is considered as one of the safest because of this.
Okay.
Why it is still safer?
Mm-hmm.
Because it has so much overlapping with polity and governance,
Okay.
ethics,
Mm-hmm.
and certain parts of GS paper 3,
Right.
which is mains portion. And it also helps you in the GS part of prelims. That's why it is a reality, not a fabricated claim, that PubEd is a safest option. PubEd have an overlapping with the GS paper 4 also, 250 marks, out of which 120 marks of case study. The case study require answers from the point of view of an administrator. Case study never demand you that you answer from social perspective, economic perspective, political perspective. Case studies always require administrative solutions, which you develop while studying your PubEd in terms of civil services in India, personnel administration, district administration, union, state. So that approach helps you to write the good case studies answers. And that's why PubEd not just help you in the polity governance, it also helps you for ethics.
Right.
And GS paper 3, most importantly, which nobody realizes, GS paper 3 is the most dynamic part of the all 4 papers.
Absolutely.
And if you see the trend, people are scoring only double-digit marks. If I tell you, in the PubEd, we have approximately 5 to 6 units, which helps in GS paper 3. You will be surprised to know this.
I am.
Disaster management is a topic in the mains.
Right.
We have in the PubEd disaster management under significant issues. There is security issues. We have law and order administration. So from police reforms to central forces to Naxalite movement can be covered as a part of the law and order administration to improve the score in that part.
Right.
There is economics also in that paper. We have public sector undertaking as a unit, financial administration, financial management, plans and priorities.
Right.
Overall 4 units we have, which covers a significant part of the GS economics. And roughly 40 to 50 marks of the question in the mains, GS paper 3, can be answered on the basis of your knowledge coming from this optional. So in terms of optional, it covers in GS paper 2, GS paper 3 and GS paper 4. And in past, second ARC, they recommended that make National Institute of Public Administration and allow the students to do graduation from there.
Okay.
And they will be eligible to appear in the UPSC exam. But then what will happen? There will be less number of students because it will be having capacity of 300, 400 people. So they suggested also the other universities, they can run a bridge course.
Okay.
That means whatever is the syllabus here for the graduation, similar type of subjects they can teach in their university. And let's say somebody is an engineer, somebody is a doctor. So he can do the bridge course and become eligible to appear. So imagine the candidate who is doing his graduation with those subjects in 3-4 years time span, and he is competing, and you are coming after bridge course. So he will always have an edge.
Yes.
So various universities protested against this. After that, government has changed the syllabus of GS. So syllabus of GS has incorporated PubMed into 3 separate papers, and that recommendation got rejected. That's why this optional has overlapping with those parts. And you know, some of the states when they conduct their state PCS, they also have PubMed as a mandatory subject in the GS.
Okay.
Whatever is the syllabus we study here, they have a direct paper on the administration in order to develop understanding of a civil servant in their state PCS exams. So this is also a fact which we must bring to the knowledge of our students who are willing to prepare for both the stages simultaneously, UPSC as well as state PCS.
That brings a fair amount of clarity and very much needed clarity.
Yes,
sir.
absolutely.
That where each subject stands, and then the person can definitely go with it.
True.
The information needs to be out there for them to be understanding.
Yes, it should be an informed decision.
Yes.
Rather than just an influenced decision. You know, the society keeps on influencing that this is good, my friend is taking this subject, I should also take. So if you take a subject under social influence, later on you will regret. But if you take an informed decision based on facts, then you will appreciate it. So social influence and persuasion, these are 2 terms which are used in our day-to-day basis. But I believe persuasion is better than social influence. Because if I tell something on the basis of facts, it's a long-lasting solution. I can come under influence of anyone's personality, but that will not be a rational decision. After some time, I will start thinking, no, this is not a good decision. I might have to change my mind. No. Take a decision which is well-informed, based on facts, analysis, and imagine, if you have to take a decision to choose this optional subject or any another, see, you study in GS, history, geography, polity, economics.
Right.
These are 4 major GS subjects which are also covered in different GS papers at the time of mains.
Right.
So, if you like polity, so polity will naturally take you to 2 optionals, either PSIR and PubMed.
Right.
If you like polity, you will have a natural liking towards 2 subjects only.
Right.
If you like social issues and other, you will definitely go towards the sociology. Same is with the geography, same is with the economics. So that I think can be the criteria to take.
Now the students have the information to get towards the informed decision.
Absolutely.
Who is the person who should be looking towards PubMed as an optional?
Right.
And also equally importantly, who should be the person who should not at all consider this direction? Is there any bifurcation to it?
Right. See, if you take this optional for your UPSC preparation, if 100 students are competing, 99 do not know what is PubMed when they start their journey. So the competition is fair enough. In fact, the best competition out of any optional subject which you are going to choose for this competitive exam. But to take this optional, it is not even required that and from which educational background you comes. Engineering student, commerce graduate, medical student, and even BA humanities, from any honors field they have done, they all can take this optional subject.
Correct.
Only one requirement, consistency. Because it helps you to develop critical thinking. So if you do not develop critical thinking, then this is not an optional for you. But in that case, you will also be missing the caliber and ability to become an administrator.
Right.
Because 21st century administrator required to be problem solver. And to become a problem solver, critical thinking is a must.
Absolutely.
So in that context, PubMed will be taken care by the people who may have come from any field of graduation. They may have masters also.
Correct.
Working professionals also can take this subject because it is compact syllabus. And as a working professional, if you study this subject, you have lot of practical application in your job also while doing the work within the private sector as well. So
Absolutely.
that is what we can consider
Mhm.
for choosing this optional. And if you do not like problem solving,
Mhm.
critical thinking,
Mhm.
please do not take this optional. It will become a nightmare.
But I think that is something that would be applicable to the exam itself. If
That's
you
what
are
I'm saying.
if you are refraining from critical thinking and
Absolutely.
analysis, understanding, then we have to consider a lot more things than just PubAd.
True. Because people consider that I can work on the facts.
Right.
I can mug up the facts. I
Mhm.
can write the same points in a sequence in an answer. And their question papers will be more and more straightforward rather
Right.
than critically
Right.
thought processes.
Mhm.
So in that condition, it can become a challenge. Otherwise, if you have a, you can say you have a learning attitude,
Mm.
is it, and you want some thing to relate with a day-to-day basis,
Correct.
then this is an optional which can give you that learning day by day. Whatever is happening in the society,
Correct.
you can link everything by the government and government administration, and that is the practical side of PubMed.
Absolutely. So, where we are understanding public administration as a safe optional, as something that anyone can take up, given they have this particular aptitude and intent towards
True.
working it.
True.
In this context, more often than not, aspirant also considers the scoring trends, the predictability.
Right.
How do you place PubAd around that? Because PubAd is oftenly compared with other subjects as well.
That's a natural thing, and the comparison is a natural.
Right.
And PubMed believes in comparative analysis. Comparative. In fact, we have a unit which is called comparative public administration. So we do not stick to just Indian administration. We even compare Indian administration with the American system, with the British system, with the French system. And if you observe, this is the trend even in the GS questions.
Right.
How the
Absolutely.
judges in India are appointed,
Right.
collegium system, and how it is different from the American system. So imagine you don't have to prepare that kind of question in the GS, because as a GS student, it is very rarely going to be covered.
Correct.
But if you study these things in your optional, it will always give you an edge. So not just in optional you will be able to score. You can even score those marks within the GS as well with a record.
Right.
Second, it 2 years back to back, UPSC has targeted this subject. Because as I was telling you, every next candidate was from PubMed. So it was like a monotony. Every member is coming with PubMed, giving all the calculated answers and having a thinker's philosophy and becoming too diplomatic. So some changes are needed. So at that time, 3 to 4 questions, they made a little vague.
Okay.
Statements were used not in English, but German. Up now, as a person, I don't know German.
Yes.
I know only the simple translation. So I may even get terrified.
Absolutely.
And that has set the narrative to the entire market that PubMed is vague, not scoring. Even in that year, there were more than 300 selections.
From PubMed itself.
From PubMed itself. Despite because more than 3,000 people are writing with PubMed. So even if you don't give the marks, whatever marks have been received by the candidate, because success ratio was roughly around that time 10%, 9.5 to 10%.
Right.
So 3,000 people have written and still more than 300 got getting selected. So even in the bad time, this was the performance. Plus, what is a good score?
Right.
That's a concern. So if you say, sir, an optional where I can score 270 to 280 is a good score.
Right.
55% of the marks, if we are able to score in optional, it is good. I tell you, in the current year, there's a PubMed student who has secured 296 marks.
Okay.
296. Paper 1, 146. Paper 2, 150. Total became 296. 59% of the marks.
Right.
Ranking is 351. So somewhere, some lacuna in GS might have reduced this rank.
Yes.
Another candidate with 184 rank current year has secured 281 marks. 281. 184 rank hai and score is
281.
351 rank and score is 296.
296.
So imagine more score,
Right.
lesser rank,
Hmm.
less score, higher rank. So optional has not done anything in that. GS.
Right.
GS marks may have updated or reducted that rank.
Hmm.
But optional did its best.
It did.
280 plus
Yes.
296. There's another rank, rank 11. It's also from PubMed.
Yes, sir.
And rank 11 have around 291. Again, equal number of marks with the 1 mark differences.
Correct.
So if 291 is getting scored in the current year result, I can't say that PubMed is not scoring. And one unfortunate event, one student has 292 marks,
Okay.
but not in the selected list. So by these 4 examples, what we can generalize, all the 4 have more than 280 plus marks.
Yes.
Is it? So when somebody is writing the exam for the first time, it is possible they are under pressure. They may have so many questions going on in the mind, hoga, nahi hoga.
Right.
And because of that pressure, they many times do not perform properly and get somewhere around 240, 250, which is still 45 to 50% of the marks, and get a lower ranking. Lower ranking. And when they improve their rank, they can even score 280 plus. The moment you are scoring 280 plus in your optional, you will be in the top rankings. Less than 200 ranking, which is possible. You just have to manage your GS. That's the thing. So it's a good scoring subject even in the contemporary times. Optional is predictable. There are topics from where more number of questions are repeated. There are topics where less number of questions are repeated. And if you can analyze it in the last 10 to 15 years of the paper, then you can score the record marks, as I was sharing with you, 290 plus.
That's a very fair and clear picture in terms of how scoring trend has been for PubMed.
Absolutely.
And that seems honest and real as well, sir.
Right.
Other than that, what has been stated, as you were saying, that PubMed has gone vague, or it's on the down end, it doesn't seem like that. We just needed right numbers to know that what actually is going on.
True.
And while we were talking, we had a fair discussion on the GS overlap also. We talked about it.
Right.
We talked about how PubMed can be chosen and what everything. But let's move towards PubMed itself now.
Okay.
Apart from selection, let's come to the subject.
Fine.
Because once we are talking to students, sir, one thing that has been pointed out, they are scared about thinkers.
Okay.
That is something they feel how to approach, how to go about it.
True.
No idea.
True.
So if we are specifically talking about PubMed, it is directly associated with thinkers.
Okay.
Is that right to think, or there's some clarification needed?
Right.
And second, how to deal with thinkers?
Okay. You know, every optional subjects paper 1 has thinkers.
Yes.
So we are not an exclusive who have thinkers.
Yes.
That's first thing which we should clarify for all our students, that every optional subject paper 1 is consisting of thinkers.
Right.
Because that paper helps you to develop concept and foundation about the subject. And their paper 2 is all for application of those concepts.
Absolutely.
Same is with PubMed. PubMed paper 1 is administrative theories and concepts. So you can develop management philosophy, administrative qualities when you study paper 1 of PubMed.
Right.
And paper 2 is Indian administration. So how these administrative qualities are applied within paper 2 in India, that practical understanding you can develop from paper 2.
Right.
In Indian administration, that is paper 2, you will study about union government, state government, local self-government, law and order administration, disaster management, which will play a significant role when you work in the district initially. Later on, you are brought to the secretariat, and you may even move between center and state because you are a member of All India Service.
Right.
So this practical knowledge you are already developing before entering into the system through theoretical knowledge of this discipline. So if somebody know how the government work, who makes the policy, who implements the policy, and when that person become an administrator, so he's mentally prepared that in my initial years, 10 to 15 year, I will be working in the field district.
Right.
And after that, I will be brought to the secretariat. So initially my role is execution. I don't have to execute. I have to get my things done.
Right.
So under DM, ADM, SDM, BDO, multiple officers exist who are there to implement these developmental plans.
Absolutely.
This you develop in Indian administration, PubEd paper. And how you have to get the things done? You develop administrative skills, which is in paper 1. So PubEd is completely practical subject, more knowledgeable,
right,
and most practical among all the subjects which are required for this field of UPSC.
Very
That
insightful, sir.
is paper 1 and paper 2 knowledge about the PubEd.
Because as I was giving a tag associating thinkers,
Right.
Another thing that was my next question, but you have clarified that already. Paper 2 is mostly labeled as factual. That it's factual. But when you were answering, it just came to my mind, like it got clarified in your answer itself, that these are some things that have been picked up and randomly labeled probably. But
absolutely.
The way you have talked about this, it seems that it has been very rightly and naturally set in order to ensure not just the understanding of subject, but also how it would be utilized in the later stages.
Absolutely. This subject is suffering from some bad publicity, which is created by the market. Right. See, if I have to sell my product, right, isn't it? So one is I can tell the good things. Second, if I have to sell my product and I have nothing in my product, right, I'll start criticizing you. Right? You are bad. You are not at all even working. Your system is not at all even good. Come to us. And that is what has happened because of those 2 years exam.
Right.
When it was made little vague and the marking was also made tough.
Right.
From the last 10 years, the subject is highly generalized. In fact, you will be surprised to know in the year when COVID was dominating, the rank 1 came from PubEd.
Right.
And
yes,
nobody talk about it.
That's also
no
true.
Podcast, no discussion, is it? No publicity stunt. Because as a PubEd student, you also understand code of conduct, code of ethics, which are required to work as an administrator. We have to follow anonymity. We cannot take the credit and we cannot take the blame.
Right.
Everything belongs to government and they are the one who are responsible. That's why PubEd student rarely will find them discussing on so many public platforms from the front. Right. Last year, rank 12 came from PubEd. This year, rank 11 came from PubEd, and you will not realize that they are not at all even discussing on any such platform to get highly popularized, because they know what is code of conduct, what is code of ethics. And from last 2-3 years, even UPSC has also started issuing many directives.
Yes.
That you cannot be a part of so many publicity stunts and other things. And because of this, many students who do not know, they get affected. The one who know the rules will follow the rules to the best of their capability. So that insight of an administrator is developed through this discipline of study.
You're making me very much interested in the PubEd optional.
I'm just telling the reality. I'm not selling my product. I'm just telling the reality.
But like the reality seems nice enough to move that side.
That's what. You can suppress the reality. You cannot hide it for forever.
Right.
The moment it will be spoken, it will reach to the larger strata and larger section of the society.
Absolutely.
That's what reality. That's why it is real.
So true. So on this very note, when we are talking about paper 1, paper 2, optional has to be equally tied well with good answer writing.
Right.
We cannot let that go away.
Absolutely.
And answer writing forms a very basic fundamental, not just for option, but for
GSA.
The whole of the exam itself.
True.
Very broadly.
Absolutely.
But when we are specifically talking about from the perspective of optional, how do you think a copy of 60-70 marks is differentiated from somebody who's scoring 110 or 120? And while you're telling that to us, I also want what is to be done to
Okay.
if somebody who's just starting?
So, right.
Yeah.
Even in optionals point of view, even 120 is a lesser score, I say.
Okay.
Because out of 250, you have
Right.
to secure. And if in optional you are getting 120, even that, then it is not a good score also.
Right.
You may aspire that I can score more than 150. 60% target we have to keep.
Okay.
For us in our optional. And it is achievable. There are, if I tell you in terms of number, I will be writing 19 answers in the exam. There will be total 28 questions given.
Correct.
Is it? It can create a problem. How can you say 28? Paper में तो 8 ही questions आते हैं, 5 लिखने होते हैं.
Right.
But who will count the sub parts?
Absolutely.
Question 1, question 5 are compulsory.
Yes.
Each have 5. 10.
Yes.
Remaining 3 more questions you have to choose, and each question have further 3 subparts.
Yes.
9.
Yes.
Total became 19. These are the questions you are writing. You can't write all the questions with equal caliber. Because when you study any subject, some of the topics will become your favorite. And you will even write like a research scholar on those topics. And some will be average.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. So if you can make a target that even if a topic is, I'm not well versed, but at least I can write an average answer to score around 50% of the marks in this.
Right.
Is it? So if a 10 marker, I can score 5. 15 marker, I can score 7, 7.5. 20 marker, 10. And those questions which come from my strength as a student, I can secure there out of 10, 6 to 7.
Right.
Is it? So in that way, out of 19, 9 to 10 questions you can write to the best of your capability. And rest you can write an average. You will be ending your overall score with more than 140 plus. Average wise. Because 60 to 70% in those 10 questions and 50% in those remaining questions. In any circumstances, your score will not be less than 140 plus. To score this, what is the content needed?
Right.
Right? So when we are writing answers in paper 1, which is administrative theories and concepts. So we have to write the answer by considering what thinkers have said. Let's say Taylor. F.W. Taylor is one of the thinker which is scientific management theory. And various students who might be from engineering, they study also Taylor in their engineering. Scientific management theory is taught there as well. Right. So Taylor advocated 4 principles. Write the name of those principles which are said by Taylor only. Let's say I can say division of work. Taylor has not used the word division of work. If I'm writing division of work under Taylor, division of work is the term used by Fayol, another classical thinker. So when you use the name of principle given by that thinker, it brings fact to your answers.
Right.
You can explain the principle in a layman's language. That is good.
Absolutely.
When you have to write an example, you can use the example of Indian administration with thinker.
Right.
And 50% of your answer can be concept. 50% need analysis. If you do not analyze, you are not showing the rationality in your understanding. Right. That's the thing. So we need to bring concept, thinkers, facts,
correct,
relevant example, and analysis. Do not over explain. Write the things in minimum words.
Right.
So when you, it means paper have both the approaches. You can write your answer in para form, you can write your answer in pointer form.
Correct.
And I have seen students get equal marks in both the cases. Some students prefer to write para. They have also secured 146 marks. They have written the points in second paper in pointer form. They scored even 150 also. So it is just a myth created by the, again, market forces that you can't write in para or you can't write in pointer. You write in the way you can express your ideas in an organized manner. Answer should look structured. Before writing, during practice, you make a skeleton. what are the points I wanted to write.
Mhm.
It may take 2 minutes. And once you are clear what are the points you wanted to write, in the next 5 minutes, you can be converting all those synopses into sentences. And your answer is done.
Right.
So overall 7 minutes only taken, standard time.
Yes.
In 1 hour,
Hmm.
6 to 7 answers we have to
Hmm.
write. And in this way, we can think as well as write.
Right.
Sufficient enough to get a structured answer. And that is the requirement of any optional,
Hmm.
including Puppet.
Absolutely.
And if you develop analysis in
Mhm.
your optional, it will boost your marks in the GS as well.
Right.
Because in GS as a student, we do not do so much analysis.
Hmm.
But if I can use my administrative knowledge while writing my GS answer, and there I'm using the word, it is violating unity of command.
Yes.
So I should, as a subordinate, receive order from one boss. But if 2-3 bosses are giving me the order,
Right.
I'm not going to implement any one of them, and I can play against them.
Right.
I will give them explanation. He gave me that command, so I was implementing that. And to
Mhm.
other boss, I will say, because I know my bosses do not talk to each other.
Right.
So how diplomatically you will not be doing anything?
Hmm.
That's why if you use these kind of language, it's an administrative language, always acceptable. Means people write corruption.
Mhm.
I can write maladministration. And maladministration means corruption only. But look, by change of one word,
Hmm.
your answer will become
Right.
differentiated from your competitor. And that's administrative vocabulary. We gradually develop that within our
Mhm.
class discussion as well as the class notes. So these are the major component. If I summarize,
Yes.
my answer can be a combination of, first thing, facts.
Right.
Facts with concepts.
Mhm.
If concepts are there, facts will become strong. Facts are there, concepts will become
Correct.
strong. That's a part of your regular coverage. Relevant example.
Right.
Even if examiner is not asking you the example,
Mhm.
you write a one point,
Mhm.
otherwise just reference.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Mhm.
So 50% of the work is done.
Correct.
50% will be analysis. Without
Perfect.
analysis, no answer will be complete.
Perfectly put.
No answer will be
Right.
complete. And because you are writing these for thinker,
Mhm.
you don't have to give way forward, because what Taylor has said has said.
Yes.
You can't change Taylor's contribution.
Right.
You can always use way forward ideologies for your paper too,
Absolutely.
which is dynamic, where there's a scope for improvement.
Mhm.
If current principles are not working, so tomorrow you can bring change in the working, and there will be the way forward, and the solutions will be more productive. In paper one, you can write a defensive conclusion to support the thinker, because that's why you are reading him today, even after 100 years. So we cannot deny the thinker's contribution that, oh, they have done nothing. No, they have done something. That's why they are part of your syllabus. That's why you are reading them, developing administrative skills, and we must support the statement in the conclusion. That is the best ideal answer writing strategy.
Thank you so much, sir, for this layout. But I also want to know that how that freshers should approach that layout.
Right.
How should they develop the facts, the content, the example, the analysis? What should be their roadmap to reach what the strategy you have just put forth?
Right. See, when a student come to our classroom, as a fresher only he is.
Absolutely.
So when he comes to our class, I discuss the topic from both the perspective.
Okay.
That means my focus is on conceptual understanding for all my students.
Right.
First. And while discussing the concept in the class, I even bring the real life example for their understanding. How? See, suppose we are talking again, example I'm using Taylor.
Right.
Fine. I said Taylor gave 4 principles. Or second thinker, Fayol. Fayol gave 14 principles. So if I bring these with discussion that we have Delhi Metro.
Right.
Delhi Metro is a government organization. Now Metro may require technical staff to run the metro.
Right.
Metro may also require sales staff to sell the tokens and recharge your system.
Absolutely.
Metro also needs security. That's why CISF is deployed. Metro need infrastructure, maintenance. These are all the things which call division of work. And according to work, you will be recruiting the workforce, technical workforce, manual workforce, security forces, is it? And you have to make your budget.
Yes.
You have to run your metro operations on a regular basis so that there will be no overcrowdedness.
Yes.
That is scientific management theory of Taylor. You are applying in the 21st century DMRC operations. So the moment this is linked in this way in your discussion, now as a student, what do you feel about now that thinker? Understanding part will come. He said all these things in the context of 19th century.
Right.
Today we are living in the era of e-governance, AI.
Correct.
So AI and e-governance can assist you to take the same decision in a limited span of time. Cannot replace completely the human elements. So you can still apply scientific management with the modification required for the 21st century administration. Right. And the moment you develop this, you have also brought in this discussion analysis.
Yes.
What is the relevance today and what can be improved? And if this thing is a part of your discussion, part of your class notes, then imagine whatever 5-6 pages we have written, go back to your home, make 1 page important synopsis of Taylor and keep them revising.
Right.
So in 12 days, 12 thinkers,
right,
a set of syllabus is done in these 12 days. Now it's up to you how much you will mug up. Understanding you have received in the class, note making is done. Correct. And I usually give assignments to my classroom students.
Right.
So on a weekly basis, 2 to 3 answers we used to write.
Okay.
When they are the beginners, first month, I only tell what will be the structure of your answer. What are the important key points you can write. So you will learn now. And then I can give you 10 minutes to write the same answer now, next week. So task is done. You have understood the concept. You have written also an assignment and you have also practiced in the form of test. I conduct just once in a month, one test.
Okay.
So that 10, 12 topics are done and that can be evaluated in the form of test.
Right.
So this way, a fresher do not feel that I am a fresher. Of what people do in 2-3 years, we do in 1 year. As a student, they attend the class, they do not write assignment, syllabus is done, no assignment written. If you are not writing assignment, you will be bunking the test also.
Yes. Yes.
जब assignment नहीं लिखा तो test कैसे लिखोगे? As simple as that. अब now the task is done, 1 year gone, next year that student is searching. Optional is bad. कैसे bad है? आपने कुछ लिखा ही नहीं. How do you know it is bad? You're not even practice anything. And they can be misled. So second time, they start writing some answer writing, some test series. Then third year when they are appearing in their exam, that time their real knowledge is tested. But if my classroom student who have written assignment test also in just 1, maximum 2 attempts, they are in the successful candidates list.
Wow.
So we don't need so many attempts to clear this 3 stages cycle.
Correct.
The moment you have cleared your prelims, you are with this optional, you will through. The example I was using today, rank number 184. She, in the very first attempt, during her working only, she was a working professional, engineering background student.
Okay.
And she just gave the prelims for no reasons. Okay, I can test myself. So then she quit from the job, said that I have to give one time 100% of my efforts. I said, no problem, it's your choice. So she gave 100% of her contribution to study GS, to study optional subject and answer writing practice. So it was her second attempt only and she got some 700 rank.
Okay.
So think about the first time only prelims cleared, first time only mains written, first time interview appeared and got some 700 rank. So that time score was around 240 in the optional because first time only everything. So there was a scope for improvement. So technically third attempt she gave, and she scored more than 40-50 marks improvement in optional answer writing. Interview marks also got 200 plus, and as a result rank reaches to less than 200. She was preferring all India services, and as per this rank she definitely will get all India, either IPS. Her preference is also IPS. Being a girl, preference is IPS, and she will be getting it.
Amazing.
So how many attempts technically? 3. Officially properly given 2. So your optional can be a success story in achieving your dreams in a time bound manner. You know, in PubEd we have one theory. It's called goal setting theory.
Okay.
Goal setting. So everybody have a goal. Fine.
Hmm.
If you do not give time limit to your goals, it's a fantasy.
Right. Yes.
It's a fantasy. तो फिर कोई लिमिट ही नहीं है कब तक चल रहा है fantasy. But if you give that, I have 2 years. And I'm only going to give 2 attempts. So what will happen? You will be now more focused, more dedicated. Unfortunately, even if in those 2 attempts, student do not get the success, but he has written prelims, he might have written the mains, so he will definitely give the third. But he was more focused for those 2 attempts because of the time limit. And that's a goal setting theory of motivation. So we should always make our goal time bound. That is administrative skills also, which play a very positive role in this time period. And I have many such examples where the student have cleared this either in the first or in the second.
Wow.
Very rarely it happened that I found a student from this optional subject who might have given 4th or 5th attempt to get the higher ranking. They achieve what was their objective of all India or Group A revenue services till there in just 2 or maximum 3 attempts. That's why you will not find a candidate of rank 1 by rank improving in 4th or 5th attempt from PubEd. That happened with various optional. I don't want to demean in that way.
Of course.
But it's a reality which is supposed to be brought to the knowledge of the larger segment.
Very amazing facts coming up. Something new and fresh to the light, and I'm sure this is something that will be more advantageous to the students who would be starting up.
Absolutely.
This is something that they should have as information before they decide on it. Right?
True.
Sir, you just mentioned about classroom assignments and how tests are conducted.
True.
This is the time I would like to steer the conversation towards courses also. That how the student can be helped specifically in PubEd if you're talking about.
Right.
And in what forms it is possible.
Right. We generally have 3 separate programs. 3 programs. One is a classroom, which I was telling that it's a regular feature. It provides you the foundation.
Right.
If your foundation is strong, you can gradually do the self-study and bring many technology to further master your skills. That's one classroom program. Offline, online, both are there. If you can manage, come for offline so that you can also interact with some other members also in the class, can have a group discussions after the class, is it? And that will help you to develop overall personality.
Right.
But cost of living in Delhi is becoming high.
Yes, it is.
So because of that, alternative is provided, which is hybrid live classes, which is equal, because what I'm telling you here in the classroom, same you are also understanding at the comfort of your home, and that can help you to learn simultaneously.
Right.
That is one program, which is classroom program. Second, the one who have already studied PubEd and have not written the answers earlier, have difficulty in answer writing, for them we are running this mentorship program.
Okay.
So I, apart from the faculty, I also work as mentor of the students. I believe your faculty can be your mentor.
Right.
Rather than only the task-oriented mentorship style, I believe in encouraging and learning also.
Right.
Because being a PubEd, I can be able to tell you what to write, what not to write. So this mentorship program works on answer writing.
Right.
So who have studied PubEd, who might have studied any related optional with a lot of overlapping, they can find good with the answer writing practice, which we generally call mentorship or enrichment system.
Right.
That's it. And third program we offer is the test series.
Right.
Test series. So test series is suitable when you already have completed your subject answer writing also at your individual satisfactory level, and now you are ready to take the challenge of writing the answers in a time bound manner,
Right.
holistically, or you are writing your mains. For them, answer writing through test series is a good option. So these are the 3 programs I'm running
Right.
at Vajiram for the puppet students.
You might be seeing me at one. Given how we have talked about public administration in detail, very insightful, very interesting. Going back to the classroom and understanding from the perspective of aspirant again, sir. Once the student has begun,
Right.
it's a sea of information,
Absolutely.
right?
True.
And the sources are so many. The
True.
person is overwhelmed.
True.
They don't know, and they happen to become inconsistent because of the overflow itself.
True. True.
So what should be their concentration on? Should they
Right.
focus on feedback? Should they focus on scoring marks in the test they're writing?
Okay.
Should they focus on making their content first?
Right.
What is the list they should complete?
The steps you want
Yes.
to do. Fine.
Yeah.
I'll clarify the steps. See, when you start reading this subject, your initial focus is required on making organized notes. And those notes which can also be giving you synopsis. That's the first step. Once you have made your notes and synopsis, try to write assignments. When you write the assignments, you will get your feedback, that how you can improve your answer, what is missing in your structure, how can you use relevant examples briefly. That will help value addition to your answer writing. And followed by this, you can always evaluate through test.
Right.
These are the steps we need to follow.
Mm.
First, note making and synopsis. Second, assignment writing, and regular revision. If you do the revision regularly at a periodic intervals, you will never be scared of any test. And test give you the reality check.
They do. They do.
That's the thing. When we are writing assignment, we are at comfort. No time limit. At home, we have 10 sources. We have class notes. We open, internet is available. AI also is flooding us with information. Many time relevant, many time irrelevant. So many information. So whatever you have to develop first in the form of your notes.
Right.
Class, we have detailed notes. Our class notes are the one-stop solution for Puppet. And from the class notes, you can make one-stop solution your synopsis. On a topic, we might write around 8 to 10 pages because I have to explain you.
Right.
I have to give you example also. My examples are many times lengthy.
Right.
It's like a paragraph. In exam, you can't write paragraph. In exam, you have to write a one-liner. So that example will become a reference point. So if that is developed here in 10 pages and you are writing it front and back. Front page, contribution of the thinker. Back page, analysis of the thinker. That's it. So if that way you develop, it will take less time to make a revision. And you can revise it many number of times. Revision is the key for this exam. Not for my optional, but for this entire exam, revision is the key.
True.
The more you revise, the more confident you will be. Is it? The more structured you will be. And gradually you will start developing interlinking. Interlinking is a must. Interlinking of not just optional, but it helps you to even have an interlinking in the GS as well.
Of course.
So that is a gradual process. So understand the concept, make your notes, write assignment, and give test. If you do this thing in the very first year, you don't require more than 2 attempts to get a rank of your dream.
Perfect. So once we are addressing the overflow of information, another question that I have in my mind is, one thing you have said, one-stop solution is the class notes.
Right.
But do you think, are there any sources apart from that? Or is there a minimum effective book list that you want to give So the students know this is the process which you
Right.
have told.
Right.
These are the sources and they're done. They're
Right.
good to go.
Right. Actually, the syllabus of any optional, not just mine,
Right.
any optional is of honors level. So 3 years of your graduation and at least 1 year of your master. That's how the syllabus is designed.
Right.
So if I apply this logic, even in college, you have not read one book for all the 3 years.
Yes.
So there can be no single book to cover entire syllabus.
Absolutely.
That means we may require 2 to 3 different books for one paper. Similarly, 2 or maximum 3 books for the paper 2.
Right.
So roughly 5 to 6 books can become source of references. One is a very classical thinker, the book which is followed. It's called Administrative Thinkers, Prasad and Prasad.
Right.
It's a must-read book to develop your understanding of thinkers. But if you are participating with us, each and every important sentence will be part of your class notes. So that way, the book is already going to be covered. Similarly, there is another alternative book, Administrative Thinkers and Concepts. That is by Fadia and Fatia. It's slightly bulky, but it covers approximately 60% of the topics of UPSC syllabus. Okay. 60%. And one for which students generally make a very complaint about the language, it is Mohit Bhattacharya, New Horizons of Public Administration. And if you start reading that book, you will feel the Hindu is easy. The newspaper which you have to read on a day-to-day basis for your administrative study, you will feel like that the Hindu is easy as compared to the book I am reading for the PubEd paper 1. That will be more than enough book. Right. But what we have also done, we have also developed for our Vajiram and Ravi 4 pink booklets. Okay. 2 for paper 1, 2 for paper 2. Sorted. And these are revised every 2 to 3 years. So this year I will be revising them again because now there are reports of Finance Commission has came, Pay Commission reports will also come. So they will be added to the paper 2. Paper 1 constant part, nothing to update. So that material, instead of 3 books, you can have just 2 pink booklets and your class notes. Right. And whatever updates are needed, we generally give the handouts. So that handout can become part of the extra reading material. And those handouts will get added also in the next year when we have to update or revise the booklets. Similarly, for paper 2, paper 2, you can even refer polity books also. Okay. To develop basic understanding. Right. You know, PubEd, except fundamental rights and citizenship. These 2 parts you leave for the polity. Okay. Rest entire polity you can cover in your PubEd. Union government, state government, local self-government, all 3, Citizen Charter, Right to Information Act, this one, civil society organizations, which are NGOs, cooperatives, they all are part of our PubEd syllabus. So if we can do this in our paper 2 PubEd, imagine how much you can work out in the GS portions. That is fact which I am just bringing at this platform for the understanding of our students. Right. And that's why I said that you can even read the polity book for understanding in this way. Right. But optional hai. We need a little extra analysis. So we have Indian Administration by Goyal and Arora, which is one of the most standard book, and it also covers just 40-50% of the syllabus only. It will not cover all the syllabus, 40-50% syllabus. Correct. And it is important to read second ARC, Virappa Moily Commission, which is suggested even that you read it for the GS also. So imagine if they are discussed with the topic in your class notes. And suppose we are studying union government, why the ministries and departments are needed, or there's a need to restructure the ministries and department. And after discussing the topic, I have also incorporated the report of second ARC for reforms. That 50 ministries can be restructured in just 20 ministries. And it's a part of your note. Ministry of Transport can be created by merging railway, civil aviation, road transport, so that there will be better coordination among all the three.
Absolutely.
Duplication of efforts can be reduced. So if this is a part of your class notes, do you need a book? Because that is not at all covered by the books.
Right.
That's part of report. And this is called problem solving for future.
Absolutely.
If you have to restructure 20 ministries, how will you restructure?
True.
As a student, what will I think? But if I'm going through that report and understanding that why they said that you need to restructure the ministries and departments, because technology is growing, workforce is also has to be restricted. So in that condition, how will you restructure? So you need administrative solution, and that comes from the report. So when you use that report to write this answer, why won't you get the marks?
Absolutely.
So all these books material have been incorporated in the pink booklets. So class notes, pink booklets can become your maximum solution. But we need psychological satisfaction to read the book. I told you the list.
Absolutely.
4 to 5 will be more than enough.
Right.
We don't have 15-20 books. We don't have the foreign thinkers like in political science used to happen. We don't have.
Right.
Our thinkers are management thinkers. है तो वो भी foreigners. American है, German है,
Right.
but they are 1 or 2 in number. Overall, if I tell you the number of thinkers can be just 15 to 20. That's it. उतने thinker पढ़ना 20 pages में cover हो जाएगा.
हो तो जाएगा. Sir, we have a fair, clear roadmap. I think this is the best clarity that the student can get. And this is also good for their awareness.
Right.
If they have this information, I think it would be less difficult to get lost.
Absolutely.
Like, it would be more difficult to get lost.
True.
So they know what is the roadmap, and they know where they can find the anchor also around that.
Thank you.
On this note, I would like to move towards a very quick and small rapid fire round.
Okay.
So as to get some quick answer to certain questions.
Right.
Let us start with the first one.
Okay, sure.
One word for PubAd optional.
One word for PubAd optional. Policymaker.
Okay. Static or current, which dominates PubAd?
Static.
Okay. Paper 1 or paper 2, which is more scoring?
Paper 2.
Thinkers or examples, what matters more?
Thinkers.
Coaching or self-study?
Coaching will help you for self-study.
Most overrated PubAd strategy?
It is factual.
Okay.
It is actually conceptual. Concepts can transform facts.
Okay.
So it is conceptual. And unnecessarily it is said that it is just a factual information. You can read it from anywhere. No, that is not true. Okay. Which you can now realize in this entire discussion.
Absolutely. One last one. One habit to build to clear this exam.
Consistency.
Okay.
If you are consistent, you will be self-disciplined. And a person who is self-disciplined and self-controlled can never get defeated in any competition. Seats are limited, so it is possible there are thousands of people writing with this. So on a percentage basis, 10% can be the maximum. The one who do not get selected, they might have to think for second alternative. So when they work also with the private organization, they perform themselves as an outstanding managers and administrators in those organizations also, because they already have the managerial skills. So it is not just for competition, but even it's a optional for life. We might have children in our family, isn't it? So many times the children, they make so many things which can create an anger issues also. But when you study the subject and you have a wisdom of an administrator, so you can just talk to the child that what is the problem, and you can handle him accordingly.
Right.
There may be another child in the family who is very obedient. Two child, both at the same relationship status with you.
Absolutely.
You can deal these two child differently. That's what this subject even teaches you, managing human resources.
Very nicely put. Very insightful session, sir, today. In the end, I would just like to conclude with your message for the students, that what would be the one message to the aspirants, to the students, that you want to give from your side?
Sure. See, PubMed is a safest subject. It is scoring also. It is very compact and it will give you insight of administration and make you ready for your future role as a civil servant. The only thing you have to do is do not hesitate to choose this optional subject in your UPSC journey. I am here at Vajiram and Ravi to help you to achieve your dreams in a time bound manner. So, if you feel to choose an optional subject that is PubMed, I'm standing with you with a hand holding approach for making your dreams into reality. This is what I can wish to all the students who are aspiring for the civil services.
So that was all, sir. But thank you so much. This whole discussion was on a very new level. And I'm sure it wasn't just for me, it would be for the students, the listeners. They would be able to see PubAd from a very fresh perspective,
Right.
and maybe draw many just like me towards it. So thank you so
Sure.
much for your time.
Absolutely. Even I thank you for bringing this discussion in such a wider way to cover every possible analysis for the clarity. And I can have a perception, which I told you earlier, that maybe after the today's discussion, you may think about
I am already thinking.
PubMed as an optional. And because when the facts reaches to us,
Right.
we start thinking.
They.
Many times our mind needs just a direction
Hmm.
that think this way,
Mm-hmm.
because we have not thought.
Hmm.
And the moment we start thinking that way,
Hmm.
we will change the perspective.
Hmm.
And that's what the influence can be of two way. One is personality.
Hmm.
Second is factual. The factual influence remain long lasting. Personality, though, you can come under influence of any another person and it will just change the mind at that point of time.
Right.
But if it is done through facts, that is persuasion,
Yes.
not social influence. And we need persuasion as an administrator.
That is very well said again.
Thank
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you.
That was all. We'll see you in the next session.